everybody, and welcome to Diary Room Open Mic with your producer McCrae and your host Janelle.
Hi guys, thanks for joining us once again.
Janelle, I know that last night was Lincoln's birthday, and you went out to AEW wrestling.
It was so fun. Oh my gosh, you guys, BB17 Austin, you know, the guy that dated Liz. He was nice enough to invite me to his show last night, and he's an amazing wrestler. I've never been to a wrestling event. I did grow up watching wrestling, but I always thought it was so cheese after I turned 11, so I didn't go to anything. But oh my God, the show was amazing. It was super exciting.
I'm so
It was
jealous.
at the Target Center in Minneapolis. And Austin was so cool. He had me and my family back to the backstage to introduce us to all the other wrestlers in the crew. It was epic
So
for my
jealous.
son.
I'm so jealous. Austin, every time I've ever met him, he's just
such a sweetheart.
Absolutely. And the character he plays, Luchasaurus, is the fucking coolest thing ever. If I was a kid, that character would blow my mind. He's really doing big things, and he might be one of the more successful house guests ever.
He is. Yeah, so nothing against Jesse Gutierrez, but Luchasaurus is a pretty famous wrestler. He's a character, whereas Jesse,
Jesse plays a really good heel, is what they call it. He's the bad guy.
He's the bad guy.
And Jesse is a really good bad guy. I've went and seen him wrestle before, and it's so much fun. Yes, Jesse's really good at getting hit and being like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
But so Jesse's definitely not bad, but Luchasaurus is such a spectacle character that it's he's got a lizard mask on and stuff. He wrestles with Luke Perry's son.
It
Just
was
crazy
really
shit.
a really, really good show. And then we watched this other guy, Brody, who got all bloody, and there was blood everywhere on the ring, and it was real blood.
Yeah, they
this
cut
was
themselves in
crazy.
their eyebrows
Yes!
and shit. Yeah. It's so cool. I'm so jealous. We'll have to go next year for sure.
For sure.
But that was super cool. But tomorrow we've got the Jason show.
Yes, we will be on the Jason show, which is local to Minneapolis. But you can also stream it. We're going to be on their talk show.
Yeah, it should be on YouTube. And then I'll try to make a link. If you click on one of the corners here in the YouTube video, it should be a link to the video of us on it tomorrow. But
we get to talk about Big Brother 24.
Big Brother 24.
We get to talk about Snake in the Grass.
Snake
that
in the
comes
Grass.
out on the 29th of this month. Don't forget to set your calendars.
There's already been episodes of that, right?
There's episodes.
But it's is it other reality TV contestants?
Yes. So every 4 people that get dropped into the jungle is a different set of people.
Okay.
So some of them are Survivor. One is from Naked and Afraid. Then there's some Survivor
Do you know
girls.
who the Naked and Afraid person was?
Jeff.
Oh, okay. It wasn't EJ Skullcrusher.
No. And then Trish from Survivor was dropped in with randoms. And then it was Missouri, Stephanie, Rachel from Big Brother.
That's going to be a good crew.
Our episode's the best, I think. But they're saving the best for last.
Is it the last episode?
It's close to the last.
I'm going to have to start watching those just so I can catch up and know what the game is.
It's a really cool game. The concept is amazing. It's basically if Survivor met the mole and they just played a game in the jungle.
I just love the mole so much.
It's so fun.
The mole's great. I'm so excited to watch that. That'll be so cool. Let's talk about what do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about Baby 24 and what's been happening in the house. Michael won HOH. Okay.
Yeah.
No shocker there.
Yeah.
He's doing so great. I'm a little worried about him because he's won 4 vetoes?
This was his 4th veto and one
Fourth
HOH.
veto and one HOH. That's a lot, you guys, in the beginning of the game. Has anyone won that much in the first few weeks of the show? I don't think
juries
so.
even started?
I don't think anyone's ever done that.
I don't think so. Because in my
usually you go on a jury run when there's less people, so less.
Yep.
There are some factors to why he's playing so much. There's the twist
festy,
that you
yeah.
get the festy bestie, you know. So he's automatically getting to play in these things because a lot of time just the amount of people in the house, there's no way that you'd get that opportunity to even play.
Yep, exactly.
But he's making himself a huge target. I don't know. Also a great resume if he makes it to the end.
Well, absolutely. And, on my season, basically everyone had 5 wins, separated between HOH and vetoes. That was the highest amount of wins anyone had.
Yes.
And Michael's already hit that. So
He's
it's just
hit it.
it's super crazy. No, the thing about it is I understand it would have been smart to just not win veto, but also he really gets to control who goes into jury, which is such a powerful position, really. So to me, I'm if you're good enough, he should be able to talk himself out of getting in trouble, And the other thing about it is him having all these wins, that's a person that I kind of want to go with me if I'm a weaker person, because it's like he can win for me, you know.
Right.
So there's
I think it's making him a bigger target, though. So I do disagree with you a little bit on that. And there's absolutely no way for him to play the middle now.
Yeah.
He's like going to be taking any hit that comes their way.
Yeah.
So Brittany's in a great position because of him.
Yep,
but
absolutely.
Michael's not.
Yep.
Because she's attached to him. So if they can't get him, they are going to take Brittany out, I think. But I think the best move for him is to just, for sure, next week, don't win anything.
Low. Yeah, exactly. Lay low.
Let someone else get some blood on their hands and do some like bigger moves.
Yep. It's gonna be tough from here on out. Like, it's just gonna be tough.
Who do you think is going to be taking the first shot at Michael?
I think like Monty or Joseph.
I know, I do too. That's why I'm like, everyone was so up in arms about Kyle talking to Michael about possibly targeting Joseph and Monty, but like at the end of the day, he's playing a game. So if there are huge targets in the house, even though they're in your alliance, that is a valid concern, and you should be discussing it with people.
You should be thinking out every single option.
You should be thinking out every single scenario. Did he do that? No. The people are still pissed off. You know what? I have this to say to the fans. Get over it. They're playing a game. So just shut up.
Yes, exactly. Everyone wants to make everything like this drama. Like, oh my God.
Gosh.
It's like, it hasn't happened yet. And we saw it the first week with like everyone being like, Taylor's gone. The season's cursed. It's all over.
Remember when they were saying it was garbage week 1? It was like, everyone needs to settle down.
Chill out. Let the game play out, you know?
And then I saw a lot on Twitter. I saw a lot of Michael hate on Twitter, which, I mean, Michael's still being pumped up on Facebook. The people on Facebook are a little bit more rational because they're typically older. But the Twitter people are all upset because they don't think that Michael's got Taylor's back. I feel like I have this to say to the fans. Actions speak louder than words. And he hasn't said anything, but his actions have proved that he does have Taylor's back and he does have Brittany's back. And he's with the Leftovers Alliance. So I don't know why everyone's still so pissed off. I think they need to get over themselves and realize that this man is playing a game to win. So you cannot get upset with that. It's a game on strategy.
Yeah, I actually was at Michael's fiance's house, or Michael's house too, I guess. But yes, I was there on Sunday watching the episode with him, and I don't know. It's rough to hear from someone whose loved one is in the house right now. Like, I can feel his pain of just like, it's not even just the Twitter stuff, but it's also like him being like addicted to the feeds, basically, which like anyone would be. But it's like, I don't know how I could never turn it off if my loved one was in the house.
My mom was so obsessed with me
my
when
parents
I was on it too. She was always in the feed. So every single thing that those people would say about me, she took it and she was just like, oh my God, they're talking about my daughter.
Yes.
And she was always glued to watching the feeds. And it's like,
and that's the thing is like, I've never experienced the show through someone that's a loved one, like watching their loved one on it.
It's just very traumatic. And I
so.
don't think family members should even put themselves through that because there's too many emotions with it.
But it's impossible to.
It's like think about your loved ones, like someone saying the worst possible thing about your freaking kid or your dad. You'd be like, this sucks.
Fuck this. Yeah, exactly. You'd be not happy a lot of the time. But the other thing is that it's like, it's great that Michael's just kicking ass. He's safe this week, so it's like not too much to worry about. I think he's doing
great. I mean, he still has a great chance to win. But I do think if Michael does want to win, he does need to take a shot at Monty sooner rather than later. I think if I were Michael, I would target Monty before Joseph because Joseph is connected more to Taylor and he's always going to be close to Taylor. But Monty's a physical threat.
Yeah, Monty just looks like a physical threat.
Totally.
There's another thing about Michael is that like even though he's been winning, he still doesn't look as imposing as like a Monty or a Joseph. Like they're just like so muscled
jacked.
out. Yeah, they're jacked. Where it's just like
Michael's very long and lean like a runner. You know, like he's got like the endurance like a runner, whereas the other two have like physical strength.
They look insane.
Yeah.
But so maybe that'll kind of like psychologically work for Michael, where people will be like, oh yeah, like.
So let's also throw out scenarios. So I think full spoiler here. I think it's been announced that it is a wall comp. So I think I've done the wall challenge.
I've done the wall challenge.
So we've both done the wall.
Yeah.
So we have experience in this.
Yes.
It's pretty hard.
Yes.
It's all body weight based.
Yes.
So I'm 5'9". So unless there's people if there's no way. I never stand a chance on the wall comp because I'm 5'9",
Yep.
and I've got boobs and butt.
Yep, that's my problem too.
So yeah, like I can only hold on for and
How many times have you done the wall?
just once.
Oh, really? Okay.
But like I went against Ian and Brittany too. Like they're like 100 pounds soaking wet.
Exactly. Ian, yeah. Who won that one, Brittany?
No, Danielle. But she also technically cheated because she was holding it wrong.
Cheater.
Whatever.
You got to cheat in that game.
So I feel like if they're smart and if there is a way to hold it where they can cheat or whatever, like just not get called out from production and you are a little bit taller, that's one way to win. But I think it will probably come down to Alyssa and Taylor.
Yep.
There has been men that have won this comp. Jackson,
really?
Mitchie,
yeah,
Michi, whatever. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
I
know that James also.
James Hewling?
Yes. His Twitter handle is Asian James. I'm not being offensive.
But he's like
he's
100
tiny,
pounds.
and also he had that he had a really impressive move where he went under or he crouched down.
That's
super
what
low.
I'm saying. So depending on how you hold on and you work around the rules, because I know Danielle. So this is what Danielle did that she cheated. She took a piece of her shirt and wrapped it and then held on like that. So she was using a shirt or something. I don't even remember.
Cheater.
It's been so many years since that season. But depending on how you hold it. But I think it's going to come down to Alyssa and Taylor. And
I like that prediction. Yeah, I think
that's going to be a nail biter.
I want to throw an Indy. I think she might be tinier, and I think she might have
tinier than Alyssa.
Yeah, I think so. She's got lower center of gravity, which is the key to this one. I think. I don't know though. I'm not sure. I just can't tell.
It's just your weight. It's not your height. It's your weight.
I don't know about that.
You don't really?
I think it's a little bit of gravity stuff. That's why James also did good. Or when he got low like that.
James Hewling is 5. He's shorter
he's
than
tiny.
me.
Yes,
he's 5'5".
Yeah, I think.
And I'm 5'9". So I mean, I have pictures with him.
Yeah, he's
small.
Yeah, he. I don't know. I just think there's a little bit of strategy you can use. Okay. I'm also curious to know so on our wall. We had an element that was they shot baseballs at us or softballs.
Oh, they always shoot.
And then, then you had to catch it and then put it into a hoop, and then whoever got to 10 first,
I like that.
won. So then you kind of there's a new strategy element then. So I don't know if they'll do that again.
When I did our first wall comp, pretty much anyone that had any weight to them was gone first. Frank the Tank was first gone.
Yep.
Boogie was next.
Yep.
Anyone that had upper body weight or any sort of weight, they can't hold that up.
Yep, exactly. It gets really tough. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I hope they do something like that. I hope they have an element of something else, maybe mix it up, I guess. But
if they mix it up like that, then it's just more athletic and the guys will win it.
That's probably true.
I want a girl to win HOH. I always do.
Yep, I wouldn't mind that. What about a Brittany win would be fine for Michael. For the entertainment of the show, it'd be boring.
Okay, so who are Alyssa's targets?
Alyssa, I don't know if she would pull the trigger on a Michael or Brittany.
No, I think she's closer to them. I think she'd go after Taylor, don't you?
Yeah,
Taylor and Joseph.
Joseph, yeah.
She wants to be the only showmance, I'm sure.
Yeah, and are they fully showmancing then?
No. They're just
fake.
I think it's just fake. They're just talking about it, but I don't think that it's anything official. Time. There's been no physical. It's just all talking.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that Joseph, he's a hunk.
He is.
I think I say it every episode.
He is very. Can you believe that he was an alternate? How rude!
I know, that is crazy.
Why would they ever put that man as an alternate? He's the star of the show.
I wonder if it's because both of them are attorneys or they're lawyers.
That's so dumb. Who cares?
No shit. Yeah,
he's hot. He's great
so
TV,
hot.
And I love that in the beginning of the game he actually took way more in and was quiet and took all the information instead of just blabbing everything that he thought.
No, he's turned into a really good character and I think,
a really good player.
Yep. Usually alternates are not bad. It seems like
every alternate that we've gotten has been great.
Yeah. All right. Well, all right. So after the break, we're gonna get into some viewer questions. So we'll see you after the break. Bye-bye. And we're back.
We're back.
Hey. Okay, so we got some questions from some people here. Let's try to. Oh, I fucked up already.
I think one of them was something about who do you think out of this cast would potentially come back for an All-Stars cast or be a return player.
I like that
I
question.
think as of now, Taylor for sure, possibly Michael.
I can see that, especially Michael being comp beast.
Comp beast. And then
beast.
Taylor, her, she's had a ton of camera time. She's been on the block 3 or 4 times.
Exactly.
So she's on the block every week. That's like a big thing to survive evictions every week. I know Jordan also won the game doing that. She survived the eviction block 7 times? Someone correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But.
No, absolutely. Other than her, other than
We don't know right now because it's not even mid-game. But
exactly.
as of now, I would say Taylor and Michael, possibly Joseph. He's got a very large following as well.
So BB Barfbag asks.
BB Barfbag, I love it.
I know BB Barfbag's the best. Any fun Otev stories? I know McCrae didn't get to play his season, but you set the tone during the OG Otev.
Yeah, so I played in the very first Otev ever. I actually won it. That's the infamous, oh my God, I just broke a nail and flicked James Ryan off.
Oh, that was
Sorry,
so good.
I just broke a nail. No, it's such a fun competition, and it was new that year. That was the first All-Stars. I love that. It's like musical chairs, but there's clues.
Yeah.
There's
Great.
always a physical element to it. You can really F yourself up in that game. And I've never hurt myself on that. I broke a nail, literally. But I know that other contestants have. I know Reagan got really hurt when Enzo pushed
that's
him.
Right.
That was fucked up.
Crunched him.
But
that was
you
fucked
can,
up.
if you're a jerk with this competition and someone's smaller than you, you can really do a lot of damage. And from a production standpoint, there's really no rules on no pushing allowed. If it's a game, they can literally push you out of the way and just push you in a puddle, and you can get really banged up.
Yeah, I don't like that necessarily. I like that Big Brother doesn't have a lot of
But
hitting
Enzo
each other.
checked Reagan.
Yes.
He flew.
Well, you didn't watch the challenge last night, but it's awesome that we're talking about Enzo doing that to Reagan because
What'd he do?
was a little baby last night.
Why?
He'll probably see this and be pissed off.
I
at
didn't
me.
watch that. I was at the wrestling thing
It
last
was
night.
basically it was a bunch of boxes all hanging up in the air,
Okay.
and he had to take a rope swing and swing from one thing
Okay.
to the other thing.
It's hard, Enzo.
Yeah, he was like, "I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not doing it."
Why?
He quit basically.
Why?
Because it was too high up or whatever.
What?
It was. Yeah, he just babied out, and it's
I can't wait to watch.
Oh yes, I won't spoil
Why would
anything
he?
else.
He doesn't. It doesn't seem
He
like
talks.
him.
No, I know he talks all sorts of shit, but even on the 2 episodes ago, he was afraid to jump in the water. He was like, "I'm gonna go down the ladder, bro," or whatever. It's just
Yeah.
don't go on this show, dude. Or
We're old.
Yeah,
We're old, McCrae. He's 44. I'm 42.
Don't do the fucking show then. God damn it.
He's a 44-year-old dad. Come on now.
Exactly. No, and I'm not gonna say anymore. We'll talk about it next week. Yeah.
Tell me who got eliminated. I'm dying to know.
Do you really want to know?
I do.
I gotta remember. It was.
I already saw a spoiler. Shannon. So who is she partnered with?
Shannon.
From Love Island, one of my favorite girls ever.
Shannon and so tough.
Oh my
for
God,
me.
you didn't even watch the episode.
No, I watched. I just don't remember.
Was she with Enzo?
No, Enzo was on the winning side. Enzo had to go into the thing.
Yeah.
Yes, and I just don't remember who she was with.
I'll watch it.
Oh, Derek, I think.
Derek X
Derek
is gone.
X, yeah, I think
Oh,
so. I'm
that's
pretty sure that's
horrible.
what it was. Yeah.
Wait,
I was
I
getting
saw
drunk last night. Sorry.
I also heard that David got rid of Derek X. Is that true?
That's what happened. Yeah.
Why does David keep fucking
Dude,
up all of our
okay,
shows?
but-
Get out of here.
But I have to give credit to David. Last night he turned on. All
What
of a
did he
sudden he was a
do?
character. He was a character on the show, which I've never seen before out of David. I was
Yeah, but he got
okay.
rid of DX. So
man,
what good is he?
I know. Well, and they also I don't like that him and Enzo are teaming up.
Of course, they were on All Stars together.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no. But
They were doing when they did my season of All Stars. Enzo would always call him a kid. David looks up
so
to Enzo. He's
annoying.
oh, the kid's harmless. The kid's
Yeah.
this. The kid's that. He's just a kid, Janelle. I'm like, he's an idiot.
he he made a big move. I mean, him and his partner won. They did the
Who
best.
was his partner?
It was someone maybe from Love Island.
There's
Or
so
no,
many
it was a Survivor person, I think. I don't remember all their names.
So the funny thing is I've talked to a few people from the show, and apparently the Challenge USA, and just so you know, they called like 100 people from Big Brother, 100 people from Survivor. The show was originally supposed to be Survivor and Big Brother. That's it.
Yeah.
But because everyone from Big Brother said no, they didn't get any, like the production didn't get anyone they wanted. Like Tyson said yes, and they were like, thank God.
Yeah.
They were so excited that Angela said yes,
Yeah.
but like no one else said yes.
Those are the two that make
So
the
they had
show.
to add a bunch of Love Island. They had to add like a ton of people because Big Brother, everyone was like, dude, no. And it's hard saying yes to a season 1 because you're like, really? Like, do you even know what you're doing?
Yep. Well, I mean, if the money's there,
But they called everyone that I'm friends with. So imagine everyone that I'm friends with. We were all like, should we do it?
I mean, yeah, it would have been fun to play with Tyson. Again,
Oh
he's
my
just
gosh,
still
I'm
the
such
like,
a fan of his.
He's still the best. All right, question 2 is from Moosey. What would be the worst case scenario, final 3, final 2 possibility of BB24?
The worst final 3?
Yes.
Terrence, Jasmine, and anyone. Because it's just like, really? Is that even a competition?
Yep, that's taking the easiest way possible.
Like if anyone takes Jasmine and Terrence to the end.
Yep. That's not. I mean, that's what the right move.
That's what you want to do.
That's the correct move.
But for the fans, it's kind of like there is no competition. You can do it with one eye open if you want.
Yep, absolutely. Let's see. If you could change one thing about the game format of BB, what would it be and why? It comes from It's Dylan again.
I want to say playing for HOH only once.
Oh, so like you can keep
Every week you can play.
That could be interesting. Absolutely. In Big Brother Canada, they do HOH doesn't get to play in veto. So that
I don't like that though.
There's
that at all.
There's something bad about it, but at the same time, like in those seasons, it constantly the veto constantly is being used.
Okay.
So like it brings more like drama because the veto is being used more. It feels like for a while there we were in a like drought of like people would win the veto and like not
no
use
one
it.
uses it because they want to do what the house says and they want to go with the house.
So
can those days be over?
Yes, please.
I can't watch another season of and I won't. I'm just done. I'm too old. I can't watch another season of voting with the house.
Agreed. Taylor mentioned how she didn't realize how traumatized the treatment from others has made her until yesterday. Maybe a topic should be how other house guests can cause trauma in that house, and maybe how it affects people after Big Brother ends. What do you think?
So I feel like anyone that goes into this show has to know that you're going to be really messed up regardless. So what she's expressing, I think that a lot of the contestants feel. Every single contestant that plays in this game is going to have some effects on them. So she's just vocalizing that. Every single person has that. I did, you did. Every single person that it's ever played is going to feel that.
Yep.
So
it is
normal.
It is normal. It is a traumatizing experience. I mean, that's what the game is. Like, the game has always been like putting people from all walks of life together and then shaking that box.
But when you're in the house, it's your whole life.
Yep.
So that's all you're thinking about.
Yep.
And to even get out of that and then try and turn everything off and not have a microphone on you.
Yep.
And someone asks you a question, you don't even know how to respond if it doesn't relate to the game.
It's very weird.
So it always takes me like a couple of weeks.
Yes.
I mean, at least. And I think when I did All Stars, when that season was done, I always say it takes until about the first week in December, you start feeling really, really good again. But
I think that's basically what it was for me.
Everyone needs that kind of downtime.
You're
It takes
just
till about the
foggy.
first week of December.
Yeah.
You need to get back into the regular swing of things and just go back to your life. The last season that did this whole touring the world together, that was very cool, and I love to see that they're friends. That's amazing. But I don't know how they did that mentally.
Yeah.
Because that you're not shutting it off.
Yep, you're not decompressing.
You're not stopping the game.
Yes, exactly.
You're still playing the game.
Yep, exactly. And yeah, I don't think it's good for anyone. I think definitely everyone needs to just a decompress. Like you need a couple months
I remember
off.
when you and Amanda and Judd showed up at my house.
Yeah.
And you guys were messed up too. And I was trying to be supportive. And then I just got you guys really drunk.
It was very supportive. I remember I passed out on your floor.
In my basement. We're so bad.
Yeah, I'm classy.
And Amanda was mad at you. She's like, ew. She's like, McCrae passed out in your basement. I'm like, it's totally fine. He's definitely not the first person. Trust me.
Oh, yeah. That was a blast. Absolute blast. We also did New Year's that year, which was a good time, too. Let's see. What else we got here?
Someone got stabbed at the W. We were there partying. All of a sudden, me and McCrae go to the bar to get a drink, and the bartender says, "We're not serving any more alcohol tonight." And I was like, "It's New Year's Eve, and it's 11:30." And she's like, "There's been a stabbing."
That's right.
At the W. So someone like stabbed someone at the bar and like collapsed his lung, and they just stopped serving, and they just that's how they closed the bar. They just stopped serving alcohol, so everyone just left. It was so weird.
Super drunk too. I think I remember people throwing glasses around in that bar. Like I think because I had to go back after because I lost my cell phone. It was fucking a mess. It was so bad.
We went back to our hotel rooms at the W and started drinking champagne.
Yeah, we were bullshitting about Big Brother. I remember that being like, I was just like, oh man, this is such a dream. I'm just like talking with Big Brother with Janelle all night. Great times. Let's see what else we got. I think that might be it. A lot of people want us to see your blueberry rabbit.
So he's camera shy, and I've told people this before. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a rabbit. It's not a dog or a cat. He is a prey animal. So anytime I bring him out, he gets real skittish around people he doesn't know. Around me, he's totally different, obviously, because he feels comfortable. He lives cage-free in my home. And in the room that I have him quarantined to, he's very, very open and comfortable. He'll come and jump on you and cuddle.
He's great.
But if I bring him down here, he doesn't know this room. He doesn't know this environment. He'll hear one sound and think there's a freaking hawk coming in here that's going to eat him.
Yeah, when I babysit or when I house sit for you, like last time I got like drunk and high, and then like Blueberry would sit on my chest just like looking at me, and I was just like so drunk and high, like it's gonna kill me in the middle of the night. It's gonna just eat me.
He loves to cuddle on people's chests. Like he just like
is the
last
softest
night. I have the cutest picture of him. When he gets sleepy, he gets in his we call it a rabbit bunny loaf, where he gets like compact, and he gets tired. He just sits there. So cute.
Blueberry is great. Blueberry. Let's see. What do you think of Michael winning so many comps this early?
We already
kind of
talked about that.
Who
do you think is going to be the next comp beast? I mean, can there be one?
I think
Joseph?
Now that I'm curious to know, but like the thing about that is always like all those muscles don't do shit for you in these competitions. You know, like how many competitions is like roll the ball up the damn hill? You know, like muscles won't do shit for you.
I know.
You know, so to me, it's like those people always look like bigger threats than they are because a lot of it is just like skill shot, like. You know.
So at what stage do you think that the leftovers are going to implode?
I hope that it's this week. I hope that jury starts, and I hope maybe someone like Alyssa wins it, and
that'd
then
be great for TV.
Shit up.
It is becoming a snooze fest, and I'm like, okay, here we go. And there was some exciting weeks there. Don't get me wrong. It will go down in baby history as a very, very good season.
Start, yeah.
But we need to see someone else win power. Like something has to happen, or it's just like a steamroll, and that's boring.
No, I think Alyssa getting power and then basically
a lot of people will be scurrying, and she knows about the alliance because Daniel's told her literally a million times, and he's told her Kyle's in the alliance. So is Kyle going to be that bird in her ear that says, let's take a shot at Monty? Because he's talked about it.
Yep, exactly.
So maybe she takes a shot at Monty. I don't know.
I would love that. The final question we have here is from Head in the Clouds. What would you prefer as a have-not, slop or PB&J?
Oh my God, PB&J. I still eat PB&J to this day.
I'm jealous. I'm so jealous.
I was in a hurricane once, and I only had PB&J, and I lived on that because there was no electricity. It's like the easiest thing to keep fresh.
Absolutely. Okay, so I had this thought while I was driving here. What if, because when you're on have not, on the current slop or whatever, you can have olives and pickles.
Oh, yes, I remember.
So what I would do is you get to request stuff in your HOH basket. If you win HOH, request stuffed olives. Put those away so that if you ever become have not, you'd have stuffed
But they could
olives.
say there's cheese in there. You can't have that.
Well, it's an olive. To me, it's like that's bypassing the system. It's a little bit of, that could be. I think those would be great.
I actually did the slop diet. It was my first time ever. It's crazy. I only did 1 week of it.
Yeah.
I did the best on it, and I could do it again. It's pretty easy for me, but I grew up eating oatmeal.
Oh.
And I don't mind eating bland food. I just be like, whatever.
Someone should send us. We should get a PO box.
I also got to do slop with Bailey, and she's like the best person because she's usually pretty funny.
Upbeat, yeah.
And so she would just be like, let's go eat a pickle.
Oh yeah, the pickles and olives meal that you'd have on slop is so good. Just like,
We lost some LBs,
brine
though,
shit.
me and Bailey. I think she lost 3 and I lost like 4.
Me and you were talking about losing some weight before this. What if we get a fan to send us some slop?
I would never stick to that diet if I wasn't in the I would cheat.
Exactly. That's my
I'd be
biggest
like,
issue too.
oh, yep, having a scoop of this, having some almonds.
Yep.
I'm going to go have a piece of freaking Swiss cheese because I
Yep.
want it.
That sounds
How about
amazing
some
right
ham?
now.
I don't know.
Yeah, no. Sometimes I still get the craving for refried slop, where it's like
Gross.
slop,
That's so disgusting, McCrae.
double fried slop. Sometimes I'm like, man, that does sound good right
Dude,
now.
you should go to the county fair where you live and be like, set up a food truck and be like, yo, we got fried slop. Slop on a stick.
Actually,
Another good business opportunity for you, McCrae.
yeah. No, have I ever told you about my business that I want to do for the state fair? Where it's like a delivery service for the state fair where the delivery goes in, gets stuff, and then drives it out of the state fair.
The DoorDash of the state
Yeah.
fair. I would definitely get some items, but how would they stay fresh? Because everything's...
It wouldn't. That's the biggest issue is like you need like a heat lamps in your car as you're driving around.
I can't wait to go to the state. I should go on a diet before the state fair because it's like immediate
Stop.
weight gain.
Are we?
I went to our county fair 2 days ago and I ate fried pickles, had a couple bites of that, had some cheese curds. Delish. I mean, that's
good.
That's it. That's all I ate. But
should,
I was still like, whoa.
Maybe we should do
I
the
feel
state fair.
obese. We should go. I go to the state fair every year,
know,
but I
you
won't go
also.
on the weekend.
Yeah, fuck that. That doesn't.
I'm
sound
going like on a Tuesday at 10
slow day.
a.m.
Yeah.
You know?
No, we should do that.
We should go.
bring
We
the
should do our
recorder out.
podcast
Yeah.
from the state fair.
Yeah, I mean, this thing's. Yeah, we can bring this thing
Let's
anywhere.
do it.
Yeah, that'd be easy. Bringing the tripod, that'd be great. People would look at us like we're fucking.
What are you guys
crazy
doing?
People. Yeah.
We like our county. We are very Midwestern. We love our fairs here. Just so
Absolutely.
you know.
Yep. I think we were probably about good. Let's get to what did I have for plugs? Oh, okay. Your course.
The course again, it's still out there. People are still loving it. I am very interactive with my students. So like if you order the course, by all means, like you've got my email in there for that course. Email me, ask me questions. And a lot of people have been asking me about private coaching and this. I mean, yes, I offer it, but you have to take my course first. Will I watch your video? Yes. But take the course first to figure out what I teach.
Absolutely.
If you guys want to learn more about the course or want to order it, it's pinned on my Twitter or you can find it on my YouTube right below here, right, McCrae?
Yep. It'll be in the description. Also, your show. What date is?
So Snake in the Grass comes out August 29th.
August
So
29th. Okay.
mark it on your calendars.
Yep.
On USA, and it's not streaming on Peacock yet.
Ooh. Okay, that's good to know. Jason show tomorrow. Everyone will. Yeah, you'll see a link
I've
to
been
that.
loving
also.
Peacock, by the way.
I
actually ordered it because what I ordered. Oh, I ordered it for Love Island because I'm a fan of Love Island. I'm addicted to that show.
Love Island's on Peacock and
It's
not Paramount.
They got rid of it. They sold it to Peacock, so I had to order
Whoa.
Peacock. And then I was like, oh my God, why did I not have this before? This is effing amazing
Yeah, they've got a
because
lot
it's
of
got
good
all the
stuff.
housewives.
Yeah.
So I got to watch Ultimate Girls Trip with all of my favorite OG housewives. Dorinda, Brandy, Tamra, and Vicky. I mean, that right there. And Phaedra. Those are like the best people from Housewives.
Okay.
And they all went on a girls trip. Anyway.
Okay. That sounds
So
fun.
I'm like, Peacock is just giving so much to me right now because I get to watch Love Island, but then I also have Housewives.
Oh, there you go. Peacock
It's a
sponsor
great
us.
streaming. If you guys want to check it out, I highly recommend it.
Sponsor us, Peacock. And then the only other thing is I do Twitch. I'm on twitch.tv/chumlord. I've been just watching Big Brother episodes. So we'll be watching live tonight.
Watch Live with McCrae, you
yeah,
guys.
exactly.
He's always he's so funny on that.
No, I don't
and
know
he
about that.
drinks while
I
he
get
gets drunk.
Yes.
Get drunk with McCrae and watch BB. It's
Exactly.
the best.
And then tonight we'll go right into the wall competition on live feeds
And
too.
he'll watch that live
yes,
too.
I will. And yes, I know I got to be careful because we have Jason's show tomorrow, so I don't want to be just like sleeping
You'll
on
be
Jason's
fine.
show.
It's at 10, 11.
It's it's so
Have a
good.
good coffee.
Yep. All right. So thank you guys so much for watching. It's been our pleasure. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, all that other stuff, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.